Hi guys, Sincerity here. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. So we are picking up right where we left off the last time. They are just sitting outside, kind of talking to each other, just trying to, talk about the baby and things. This part is going to be a voiceover because my recording got messed up, so bear with me as we go through this. So they are just talking and they're going to sit down and interact a little bit, have a little bit of, you know, a little bit of personal time together. I love the way that they actually work so well together. Like, I don't have to force their relationship. So here we're just going to have him, check and see how the baby is doing and, make sure she's okay and make sure she's going through pregnancy well. And we are having a baby shower, so we can say that they're talking about the baby shower, where they were going to put some things, and who they're going to invite to the wedding. I wish I would have created parents for them because that would have been nice. But so they're just gonna love on each other, and I think he is getting ready to sing a song to the baby and feel on her. It looks like he's about to touch her titties right here, but that's not what is happening. That's just what it looks like. But I'm just snapping some pictures for screenshots. But he is listening to the baby, talking to the baby, and I believe he is going to sing to the baby as well, just to kind of make sure he's interacting. He is very happy about their baby. He is very excited. He is very into it. See, he was just listening and, just enjoying the fact that he's getting ready to become a father. They are getting ready to get into the bed and just try to get through the day. I have my day set on 48 minutes instead of 96 just because of the time length, and I want to kind of get through some days. I wish I could set it to like 30 minutes or less. But anyway, as I digress. But we are trying to find things for the baby shower. So we got us a dance floor so that people can dance. We're going to get us a smoke machine, just because it's going to add a little extra something to the party. And we are going to get us a jukebox to play the music. And we're going to get us a disco ball because I think that is just adds a nice aesthetic to it. And we're gonna sell this stuff after we're done with it, just so we're not, wasting money. But we're gonna sell it and get rid of it. There, I thought about doing some confetti, but now it's like, I wanted to do it on the dance floor, but I wasn't able to, so I didn't. And then I got like a little picnic table so that we could have somewhere to sit. Now, in this part 3 and part 4, I was actually just exploring build buy because I have not played around with it a lot. And I also didn't know that we could do events either. So I was very excited to try to throw some type of event. So I said, what better thing to do than to throw a baby shower? So that's what we did. And then I'm going to keep the picnic table once everything is done because I feel like they have a lot of space outside, so I want to fill it up with like nice and fun things for them to do, and hopes that they'll spend a lot of time out there as a family. I'm definitely looking into getting more interactions and stuff with them, and I'm definitely excited for different mods that we can use for Enzoy, especially things that improve relationship the same way we did with Sims. But I wanted him to kind of get into working out, even though he hates working out. I'm hoping that if I make him do it enough, maybe he will learn to like it. And I'm also just thinking ahead in the future, and I put a little play tent outside for uh, our baby, and I put a grill outside too because it'd be nice to sit home and grill sometimes and just have some outdoor time once they actually have their baby. Spend a little family time together, him on the grill, her doing something, and then the baby outside doing something as well. So here you see I'm struggling where to put it. Just still figuring out the controls, so I'm just figuring out where's this grill gonna go. So I ended up putting it right there, moving things over in hopes that there's not going to be a fire. I'm not sure how those things work in Zoe, like fires and like do they have fires or disasters or any of those things? Does anybody know if we have those things or if there's things that are going to come later on in the pack? So we finished setting up for the party. They've cleaned their house to the bone to make sure it's spotless because you know that every time somebody comes to your house, the first thing they want to do is look on the inside to see how clean you are so that they can judge you and talk about you behind your back after the party. So I made sure that their house was very, very clean. They both double teamed the house and cleaned up. He is getting ready to go and cook some food for both of them because she's pregnant. I feel like Zimu was the type of person that would want to cook for her and make sure that she has everything that she needs so that it's less pressure on her. So I do have him cooking all the meals right now. Um, Once she has the baby, then we will switch back to having her cook a little bit more. So I have him preparing food. I'm gonna have her. I had her go to get on the computer to try to work on some stuff. Now I seen where you can do like certifications and stuff on the computer, but that's not what we did. But that's definitely something that I want to look into and see what that's about. So Zimu is a finance guy. And I also saw on the computer where you can make investments. So once they get a little more money, I'm thinking that might be something that I have him dabble in as well because he's the finance person to see if we can get rich off of doing investments, which I feel like that's something that he might be into. So we're going to have them explore that. And he made them both some rice curry. I think that's his favorite meal because he's always very happy when he eats that. So she's gonna go eat hers, and then he's gonna make him some too. You see him over there. You see him over there clapping after he's made his meal, like he know he just did that. So he's going to make himself something to eat. She's gonna eat. And the one thing that I wish, and I'll say it every single time, is that they would interact while they're eating. Like at least have, a couple interactions where you can at least ask about day or something to that extent. Look at her belly. Her little belly is out there. Um, I also wish they had a little bit bigger of a belly because they start off. I'm assuming that with day one is like when they're finding out they're pregnant, that's one day. On day two, they get their first bump, that's the second day. And on day three, when they get their bump, when the bump grows, that's the third day, so the third trimester. So they, I guess that would be at some point after that bump comes, that's when they would deliver. So is that how everybody else is interpreted, or is that just me? Because I know that it's supposed to be 3 days for a pregnancy. So I just wonder if that's like everybody else's interpretation of that as well. And I love like the cooking, how they change from one thing to another, like different fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, and then carry it over to cook it. So definitely a lot of detail there. So I appreciate that. So she is going to finish eating, and after she eats, I try to make sure I take care of their needs because I'm not sure. Like I think in part one I said that she went into the red and she was there for a while, so I'm not sure what happens when their needs get really bad. So I try to make sure that I spend the end of the day after they've done everything getting their needs together. I don't know why he is always taking that food in there to admire it instead of just putting it on the table and eating it after he cooks it. But she's gonna go take care of her needs. Excuse me, guys. And take care of what needs to be done. Oh, actually, he's taking care of his needs. Her, look at that. That food looks so nice. She's over here cleaning her dishes, but knowing she could have left it on the table and he would have done it for her. Like, he has been very attentive to her throughout this whole pregnancy thing. He has been taking very good care of her, and he allowed her to quit her job so she does not work at the moment. Look at that. Look at how cute she went over there and sat down and crossed her legs. She is not working at the moment because he was like, you know what, I got you. I'm gonna take care of it. Just you make sure that you carry a healthy baby. And she's like, say less. And look, that's what you do when he says sit down. That's what you do. You sit down like a lady and cross your legs and say less. And so she's really in at the moment. She's kind of just doing things around the house, trying to make sure that she keeps up with things while he's at work, so that he doesn't have to come home and do too much, even though he comes home and takes care of her anyway, even no matter what. So I did take a few pictures for thumbnails and stuff while I was playing. So you'll see me stop and take pictures a lot because I am still fascinated by this game. So I would definitely be stopping to take pictures throughout everything. And so I think she is getting ready for bed now. Writing journal. What is this? Clean up. What is this? So she's watching TV. There's a creepy channel on this TV. Like, if you have your headphones and you're listening, and I think it may be, I might be watching a live stream. It like whispers, so it makes it seem like it's whispering in your ear. And the first time I heard it, child, I thought somebody was behind me. Like, I was terrified. When I say terrified, I was terrified. So I was like, yeah, never again. I think this is probably the first time she has used the TV since that happened. And now I got her over there watching Real Housewives of Atlanta or something, because she's gonna watch her some reality TV. She's gonna get her messiness in one way or another. Now, Jontavia is not the type to be very messy, but we might explore a little bit of messiness after she has some babies. But really, all of Jontavia's life is her having a family, because I'm so curious about the life stages and things that you can do during this and how you can interact with your children and stuff. So I'm definitely really wanting to do that. But I also want to see how messy Zoids can be. Like, I know my Sims can get down, but I really want to know what my Zoids can do too. I really want to know. If you hear coughing in the background, it's my daughter. She's got a little bit of a cough. We have a lot of pollen out right now, so she's been coughing ever since. Um, so she is, what's she doing now? So he's in there taking care of his needs, trying to get his needs up, get ready for bed. He only works Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, so he has a really good schedule. So he has a lot of time to be off to spend with her. So that's good. And I think he's gonna sit down and talk to her. She was, I guess that popped up. I don't remember setting that up for them to do that, but that just popped up in between his getting ready for his nighttime routine. So he stopped what he was doing, went to see what she's on, and then he's gonna go back to what he was doing. And that's what you call a man, okay? Like, he said, you need me, I'm here, I'll finish what I was doing later. And he did that and went right back to what he was supposed to be doing. Like a man. John Tavia has a man. Um, so she's just sitting there. She's always in La La Land, and I don't know why, but she's always looking confused or watching her back like somebody's watching her. I'm not sure why she's always doing that, but yeah, it is what it is. Anybody, what do you guys have your game settings for? Like, I have a pretty good computer. Like, I'm wondering if I should set it to ultra, if that's gonna make a difference in like some of the graphics that it has, like the blur on the sync and stuff like that. I wonder if it's gonna make a difference if I set it to ultra. And here, I think her belly grew. Look at that belly. Look at it. It's so cute. I wish it got a little bigger though. Like, I was so confused because, like I said, this I am doing a voiceover for this. Like, as I was playing, like, her belly grew, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're like got one more, you know, growth for her bump, because I thought that the next day would be where her bump grew again and she would give birth. But I believe this is as big as their bumps get. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. But if I'm not mistaken, that is as big as it's going to get for her baby bump. So let me know what you guys have going on in your games. Like, is that as big as y'all's belly bumps are getting, or what? And I was trying to see if they could have a little bit of fun while they were, while she was pregnant, but she was like, I'm not feeling it. So they did not proceed. You see how she's like, and then he was like, yeah, okay. And she's like, but I'm gonna hit you with one of these. So he kind of went on about his business. Said, I'm gonna watch some TV then. And so she went right back to sit in that chair. I think she was trying to get on the computer, but at this point, I'm just gonna send them both off to bed to get some rest because their baby shower is tomorrow, which is, it's Friday now, so their baby shower is on Saturday. So I went to put them to bed so that they had plenty of time to make sure they were fully rested. So I wish that they did not have, like, I wish when they got out of the bed they stayed in their pajamas instead of changing into like regular clothes. That's one thing that I wish they did. Um, and I love the way that they lay in the bed like they're in a coffin or something, because they just lay so flat. Like there's no I don't know, no aesthetics to it. It's just like just flat, like coffin like. But it's fine. It's definitely got some tweaks to be done. But anyway, so Jontavia said, I'm going to bed. And she has done that. Where is Zimu? What you doing? Okay, so he is coming so he can go to bed too. And so that they can get their rest. I changed his clothes because I just didn't like, I wanted him to have clothes on like he was a little bit more comfortable around her. So that's why I changed his clothes from that to, something that was a little bit more homey. And as we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting and trying to see what's going to happen, I think at this point we were just waiting for Jontavia to get up. And I was confused as to why she was up at first because I didn't know what was happening. And then I was trying to send her back to sleep, and then she started doing this. I was like, oh my god, something's wrong with the baby. But no, homegirl popped out her baby before we could even get to the freaking baby shower. Like, look at that beauty. Look at her. I was so excited. But this girl popped out her baby beforehand. So they had a little girl, and we named her Olivia. Olivia, is it Zoo? Zai, um, Xue. So his last name. Somebody tell me how to say it correctly. But her name is Olivia. We had a little girl, and I was so happy. I wonder if you can get twins and triplets in Zoe like you can randomly in The Sims, because that would be nice if you could. And I also need to change her last name too, so that they all have the same last name. But I'm not sure how you do that. But anyways, so we had little Olivia. It's my first Zoe baby, and I was so happy. She came out so cute, so beautiful, so wonderful. And my daughter was in here with me when I was recording this originally. She was like, name her Fat Fat. And I was like, no. But then I looked at the baby and I was like, oh, she could be Fat Fat because she is chunky. Like, are all the Zoe babies this chunky? Like, I'm here for it. I love me a chunky baby now. Don't get me wrong. But I was like, yeah, she could definitely be Fat Fat. But like, look at how chunky she is. Look at how beautiful she is. Like, she's amazing. Like, you have all these interactions. She's taking a selfie with the baby, and I'm taking a selfie of her selfie with the baby. And then we took a few pictures later on of little Miss Olivia on her own for Instagram. Excuse me, guys. Took some pictures on our of Olivia on her own for Instagram as well. So I love that you can do that. Like, take you a little selfie with the baby, like really get some interaction in with her. And I was looking for a crib. Like, I spent like 10 minutes in one of these videos looking for a crib, just to realize later on that they actually give you one. So it wasn't something that you purchased in the game every time. I guess every time you have a baby, you'll get a crib. So I don't know if the crib disappears later on, I guess, as they get older. So somebody let me know, because I'm not sure. But we're going to find out, because I am just too excited to play with this baby. Look, she's entertaining the baby and she's loving it. I love that. And Hazuna's sitting over there and didn't even budge. So that's something I would like to see fixed, having more interaction as she is going into labor, having more of an interaction, because he slept through the entire of this labor. Like, didn't budge, didn't move, didn't nudge, nothing. And I like that little interaction where you can give her a little kiss right there. I thought that was the cutest little thing. Like, I love how you can actually do some really cute interactions with the babies when they come out. Like, I wonder if you can change their clothes. Like, I haven't explored a whole bunch with it, because I kind of just wanted to get back to it. And I was really upset because there was no baby and she's having a baby shower. And I know you can have baby showers after you have the baby as well, but I wanted her to be pregnant when she had the baby. So we move in little Miss Olivia into her own room, and we're going to add a couple things in there just to make it a little bit more homey for her to see, just so she has a space of her own. So we're gonna give her a little rug, and I didn't recolor anything. I just kind of plopped things down. So that's something I will probably do off camera, is go in and do some recoloring of everything to make sure that things, match and look good. So this was really kind of my first time setting up anything in Enzoy. Like, I bought a couple things here and there, but trying to set up a whole room, her room was the first one that I've ever tried to do, because you will hear me say a million times in anything that I play, I am not a builder, and I will not pretend to be one, or a decorator. So typically I have things that are already built and already decorated, and I just add a little flair. So this is my first time adding anything into this blank room, for her. So I feel like I did a pretty decent job. So I just put a couple toys for her to play with, so she had some stuff, because I didn't want her to have nothing. So I just put a couple toys out, and I put a little, what do you call that thing? A little dresser thing. Oh, that's a little book to play with. Then we put a little dresser or a little clothes rack out for her, so that we have somewhere to put her clothes. So we did put that out for her. And then we put, what else did we get? Let's see. We got this little, like, toy organizer thing to put out, so she would have somewhere to put her toys. So try to do a little bit of something there, just to make it look a little bit more lived in. As I explore more the build by, I'll do more, but you can't, can you really, I don't know how you can really get in close on it. I guess you would have to drop down all the walls in order to really see what's going on in there. But little Miss Thing here has had her baby. So I had her go in and turn the music off, because I didn't know if it was going to disturb the baby or not. And then I wanted her to give the baby a little bit more loving. And I was trying to check her needs to see what she needed. And her needs didn't decrease a whole bunch after having a baby, which is good. So I was definitely happy about that. And then um, I think I went to have her get her a little bite of food, because she was a little hungry, and I could not figure out how to feed this baby. Like, she seemed like she could have used a bottle, but I couldn't figure out how to give her one. Like, I clicked on the refrigerator, I didn't see any of that. I clicked on her as if I was going to play with her, and I still couldn't figure it out. So I wasn't really sure. Like, you could check her temperature and do all the things, but I could not figure out how to feed this baby. So I was like, maybe she doesn't eat? But I know that's not true, but I don't know where to get milk from. Like I did not see an option for breastfeeding. So where do you get baby food from? Like how do you feed the babies? Cause or maybe I should have checked Jontavia's um interactions more. Maybe there's a section where she can um have more interactions with the baby, like breastfeeding or something. And also, where do you change their diapers? Like, how do you change their diapers? Like, how? Like, what am I missing? Did I miss something? Somebody let me know in the comments what I missed because I could not figure it out to save my life, and I was hoping that this baby was not gonna starve. And then her man got up, and I was upset that we were going to not be pregnant, so I had to run it back again for a two time, and I said let's get pregnant again now that she is not pregnant. I said we're gonna do it again, that way when they come for this baby shower, there's actually a baby to be showered, which you can use some of the stuff for Olivia and some of the stuff for baby number two. So I said get to it, and he said run it back, and they did just that. So they're getting ready to go be grown and go do grown people things. So she's like, "What you doing? Come on!" And he like, "I'll be there in a minute." So he's in there. They're doing their thing, um, trying to continue to reproduce. We got two extra rooms, so Olivia will have her own room. When she gets bigger, she'll go to the room that's in the back, and the new baby will get this room. And if we have another baby after that, then whatever gender that baby is, we'll share rooms with whoever. So if she has another girl, then I will move the two older girls in together, and then that baby will get that nursery. If it's a boy, girls will the boy will have his own room, and the girls will share a room. So, and if they have a third child and it's a boy, like if the second child is a boy and they have another one and it's a boy, then they'll share a room. But they did the do, and I was like, I gotta know. So we went and we did a pregnancy test, like on site. I wish it was that simple. Like, you have sex and then, you know, you can go immediately find out. That would be definitely be good for some people. But so we found out that we are running it back for another baby. So we got baby number two on board already after baby number one, because Jontavia said, I'm going to have all the babies. So that is her finding out that she's pregnant. And then she's going to go tell her man that she is having a baby. What you doing? Okay. So she's gonna go tell him that she's having a baby, and she is very excited. So she's the first thing she's gonna do is run to her man, her man, her man. And look at him. Look at that. That is the cutest thing, y'all. Like I love that. Like the way he could just scoop her up like that. And that is all just in early access. Like just giving them more time for more interactions and lovingness like this. I cannot wait, and I am here for it. So she's telling him, and he's obviously excited about baby number two. And I cannot say that I am mad at that. I am happy. I am happy that they are happy. So they are getting ready to. It's just me taking more pictures, because I actually thought that I didn't take the picture when it told me that I did take the picture, so I was having a moment there. But yeah, so she's telling him they're pregnant, they're having another baby. Like and then I don't know why she keeps doing that. I'm not sure what it is, but she is in love with whatever that is. So he hasn't met the baby, seen the baby, done anything with the baby. So I sent him over there to see how the baby's doing. He went over there, played with the baby, played peekaboo, and just tried to give her some attention, but still yet could not figure out how to feed this baby. And I probably need to open up Google and do some research and see, or I can watch somebody else's to see how they feed the baby. But I need to figure out how to feed this baby, because do they come and take your baby if the needs aren't good like they do in The Sims? Does anybody know? Like, I'm asking all of these questions because I am curious to know what happens, in certain things. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye, guys.